Alright, what's up, boys? I didn't plan on making a video today, so I didn't film as many of my warm-ups and accessories as I would have if I was planning to, but I realized I hadn't posted in a little bit, and I had enough videos from today that I could turn it into a nice little training day for my deadlift. I'm going to give you guys the preamble, I'm going to put the post, I'm going to put the clips, and then I'm going to voice it over. Basically, we're in the last couple weeks of the block. I've been rebuilding my deadlift because I switched back over from sumo to conventional, not because I'm any stronger. I'm actually much stronger using my sumo, but that's lame. So we're going to try to pull 800 for the first time conventional just to fuel my massive ego. So that's been a little bit tricky. I've gained some weight. My leverages have changed. So especially conventional, but deadlifting in general has felt very foreign at this new body weight. But each week we're getting a little bit better. I've been doing a little bit of I guess the protocol is true speed work. Like the conjugate guys did back in the day, which anyone who knows me knows I'm not a big fan of. But it's not for speed or power development or whatever Louis says. It's basically just a way for me to deadlift twice a week, doing competition deadlifts and getting tons of practice. Because I can't do 2 heavy pulls a week. Just between poor technique and poor leverages, I can't recover from that. But doing a light day as a speed work day, high sets, low reps, that way I get to practice the first rep that many more times, has been very beneficial to my technique. So I'd say that's a big component, just building up the right muscles, finding the right positions, starting to gain some momentum. So today I took doubles all the way up to a 660 double. Not that great. I've done I think 715 for a double sumo, so quite a ways off of that, but we're building some momentum and it went okay. I can't complain too much. I think I'll be able to improve on that continually, block after block, make some good progress there. I found that I need to take pyramid up by the reps I want to do. So if my top set's 8, I'm going to take 8s on the way up because it forces me to address any technical errors I'm having on the day, because that last warm-up isn't particularly easy if you're doing the same number of reps as you're doing on the top set. So it'll force you to make yourself more efficient, be a little bit pre-fatigued. Means you can't just coast off of power. Wouldn't say that's ideal for everybody. I might not even say it's ideal outside of me, but I've found for myself that if I pyramid up by the reps that I'm doing for the day, I fix my shit up for the top set a little bit better. After that, I pyramided up by triples on these not so strict pendlay rows. They've been nice, forcing me to work on my brace and my positioning off the floor. I wouldn't treat them as like a true row, and I would never claim they're true rows. It's more so, if anything, it's kind of like a speed positioning drill, focusing on developing power off the ground while maintaining a reasonable back position. So it's pretty helpful for me. Again, one of those things that I might not recommend for everybody. After I think I worked up to a top triple at 425 on those. Nowhere near my best. I used to do those like Ed Cohn, Kaler style rows, and I used to do either 455 or 5 plates for some reps, and I was like significantly weaker back then, but I guess also these pendlay rows are more difficult for me, which is probably why I should be doing them. After that, I moved on to just some soft touch rack pulls. That's mostly just working on some like very specific to me stuff. I didn't film them. They're not very heavy, it's not very cool, and I don't want to advocate rack pulls, but did a couple of those. Then I took sets of 10 up to 335 for a set of 10 on Yates rows, or at least the way I do Yates rows. And then I took sets of 8 all the way up to a top set of 8 on weighted pull-ups. So that was my day. Obviously very heavy focus on the back. This is my first time ever having like a dedicated back day, so to speak, because I feel like that my lower body is outpulling my upper body in the deadlift, so to speak. So I need to kind of bro out and make my post deadlift session pretty back focused, because the work I do after I bench clearly wasn't enough in my case. So that's what I did. I'll add the voiceover. All right, so here's the voiceover part. Here was my second to last warm-up double. I believe this is 525. Last one before I put my belt on. Was feeling okay, making some technical errors, just trying to chase bar speed like a dummy. Kind of fixed those up on this 590 double, and then we jumped straight to 660, so roughly a 10% jump. I think it went pretty well. I really fucked up the second rep because I should have either kept my tension from the negative better or re-pulled the slack, and I kind of did neither. Kind of came back to bite me. Here's 335 for a triple on these rows, just trying to get a feel for the form because these are pretty new to me. Anytime I've done like cheat rows, so to speak, they have been constant tension, not dead stop. There was 385. I was pretty pleased with the form there. I wanted to see if I could maintain it at 405. Still within the realm of reason. I put on my belt, which made it significantly easier. And then I went up to 425 for a triple. A little bit outside what I would like, but not too far. Forces me to focus on generating power off the ground with reasonable back positions. Didn't film my rack pulls just because they're boring and I don't think people should do them most of the time, and they're bad for the bar. And then here's my set of 10 on Yates rows. No pull-ups filmed.